You've heard it before, you need to lift weights to support your grappling performance. But what does that even mean? It means selecting exercises that build strength in the right areas and transfer to the mats. It does not mean doing exercises that looks like you're doing jiu-jitsu techniques. In this video, I'm going to give you 4 exercise alternatives that develop strength, power, and stability in the areas that you need it most on the mats. Let's go. Instead of doing barbell back squats, do Zercher squats instead. Have the barbell in the crook of your elbow. This places the weight in front of you, lowers the center of gravity, and it trains your squatting ability while holding something in front of you. Another reason that I love programming the Zercher squat is it places you in a more upright squatting position. What this does is it circumvents some of the common mobility issues that a lot of grapplers face, specifically shit ankle mobility and poor lower back mobility. By having you in a more upright position, it doesn't require as much mobility in these areas, so we can still get our squatting pattern in. We get the benefits of stabilizing the weight in front of us, and it all translates to stronger, better performance on the mats. One of the most common questions I get asked on all of my videos is how many sets, how many reps? I cannot give you a cookie cutter response to this without knowing your training volume, what phase of training you're in, what weight selection, RPE, and so many other factors. But I have something better. You can download a completely free 2-day per week full body training program specifically designed for grappling performance. It includes a Zercher squat, it includes all the exercises that I'm going to show you today. Link for that is in the description. Instead of doing overhead press, try bottoms up press instead. Kettlebell bottoms up press. This exercise should not necessarily replace your overhead press, but it's an awesome alternative. It challenges your grip strength, your stability, your shoulder stability, and you're still getting your overhead press work in. Start by holding the kettlebell secure by the horn with the bell upside down. Stabilize the kettlebell by squeezing hard, focusing on stabilizing your grip and forearm strength. Then you're going to protect your face with your other hand and press all the way up, full extension, under control. What if you can't do a kettlebell bottoms up press yet? Maybe you have a hard time holding the kettlebell upside down, or you just don't have the shoulder stability to overhead press an unstable object. Well, that's why I've come up with the alternate exercise database. What we can do is we can simply search bottoms up press, and it gives us this awesome interface that we can see an exercise demo, and more importantly, an alternate exercise list. We can see that the progression for the kettlebell bottoms up press starts with a kettlebell bottoms up clean. We can do a kettlebell shoulder press, a half kneeling kettlebell bottoms up press, Z press, standing dumbbell shoulder press, and finally the barbell overhead press. This list is in order of priority for how it's generally programmed. And if that's not enough, we can go to the full database and find some alternative options from the filtered database list. This database acts like an app on your phone, and it is freely available, no extra cost, whenever you grab a program from BJJ Strong Online. Instead of doing barbell bench press, try single arm dumbbell bench press instead. So why do I recommend the one arm version of the bench press instead of a regular barbell bench press or just the standard 2-arm dumbbell bench press? Well, think about what this exercise challenges our body to do. We're required to stabilize against an unstable weight distribution. Therefore, you need to stop yourself from tipping over, engage your core, have that stability through your trunk, your shoulder, and your chest with that pushing movement. Now let's think about what you're required to do in grappling. Your opponent's body weight distribution is not going to be linear and evenly distributed like a barbell bench press. They're unpredictable. They're going to be moving around. Therefore, you need to have the ability to stabilize against that unpredictable movement, and that's where the stability that this exercise, the one-arm dumbbell bench press, offers to develop your pushing strength and your stability throughout that movement pattern. Should this exercise completely replace all of your bench pressing? No, absolutely not. Because it's a single arm dumbbell variant, you're going to see less strength gain than if you were to compare it with a barbell bench press or with a standard 2-handed dumbbell bench press. As a bit of a bonus, you can try a glute bridge floor press as another alternative to your barbell bench press. Instead of doing lat pull downs, try kneeling lat pull downs. So why am I going with a kneeling lat pull down instead of a regular lat pull down? Research has been done on a overhand pull up, and they found that when they compare a whole bunch of pulling exercises, the kneeling lat pull down more closely resembles an overhand pull up. Ideally, you'd all be doing overhand pull ups as well as kneeling lat pull downs. But if you're not ready to do an overhand pull up, you're not at that fitness level, or maybe your body weight is too high relative to your strength, the kneeling lat pull down is one of the best substitutions. It is also a different stimulus. If you're simply doing overhand pull-ups all the time, you're missing out on different ways of targeting similar muscles and movement patterns. Posterior chain strength, which is essentially all the muscles that run from the back of your neck all the way down to your calves, these muscles are particularly important for jiu-jitsu performance. Now, this was just a taste of some exercise modifications you can make in your training program to get grappling strength that actually translates to the mats. If you got value from these exercise recommendations and you want to try and incorporate them into a comprehensive program that works for grappling strength, performance, and injury reduction, well, you should check out BJJ Strong Online. All of these programs on BJJ Strong Online were developed, designed, and created by me, and they're intentionally made for grappling performance, strength, power, stability, and most importantly, reducing your risk of injury on the mats so you can keep training the sport that you love for a long time. Thanks so much for watching.